Hi, I would like to begin a conversation about why engineers leave a company. We often hear about the perks, competitive salaries, flexible work arrangements, cutting edge projects, but despite all that, engineers continue to walk away. Why? What's missing? I've seen so many talented engineers step into management roles only to find themselves drowning in expectations. They're expected to manage people, make technical decisions, write code, oversee projects, and drive strategy, all at once. It's like being handed 5 full-time jobs, but only given one salary and a single brain to process it all. Is it any surprise that burnout is rampant? I've spoken with engineering managers who feel like they can't catch their breath, let alone do their job well. Some are managing teams of 14-plus direct reports, while still being expected to write code every day. That's not just unrealistic, it's setting people up to fail. And what happens when people feel like they're failing? They leave. The unicorn problem. Have you ever met someone who is deeply technical, an exceptional people leader, a strategic thinker, and an expert in product development, all at the same time? Yeah, me neither. Companies love the idea of the unicorn engineer, someone who can do it all. But let's be real, these people are nearly mythical. Even the rare few who come close often find themselves burnt out and disillusioned. If you're an engineer who's ever felt the pressure to be everything, know this: you're not the problem. The system is. Expecting engineers to stretch themselves this thin is a recipe for exhaustion, frustration, and ultimately resignation. The numbers tell the story. Let's talk data. If you've ever wondered why engineers keep leaving your company, here's the hard truth. 12% of engineers quit because of bad management. 28% leave due to leadership failures. 52% walk away because they see no room for growth. Think about that last one for a second. Over half of engineers leave not because they hate their job, but because they don't see a future in it. That's not a talent problem. It's a leadership problem. What if it didn't have to be this way? Could it be that engineering management is broken simply because we've been thinking about it the wrong way? What if we stopped asking engineers to be mythical creatures and instead created environments where they could thrive as humans? What if we gave engineers clear, realistic career paths, not just a default promotion into management? Stopped treating management like an add-on to an engineer's workload and trained people to lead effectively? Created work environments where people weren't constantly fighting fires, but actually had space to think, innovate, and grow? It's worth asking. Are engineers really leaving because they don't love the work, or because we've made it impossible for them to love it? Human-centric approach to engineering management. Too often, companies treat it as a role that engineers just grow into, rather than as a skill that needs to be intentionally developed. But what if we flip that mindset? What if, instead of treating engineers like productivity machines, we built a management culture that actually supports them as humans? I've seen teams where managers are expected to juggle technical decisions, project timelines, and people management, all while writing code. The result? Overloaded managers who can't fully support their teams and frustrated engineers who feel unheard. We need to rethink what engineering management actually is. It's not about control. It's about creating an environment where engineers thrive. What do engineers really need? Research shows that humans, including engineers, have 6 core needs at work. If these needs aren't met, they feel stressed, undervalued, and ultimately, they leave. Here's what engineers actually need from management: belonging. Engineers want to feel part of a team where they are valued and understood. If they don't, they disengage. Improvement. Engineers thrive when they're learning and growing. Stagnation leads to frustration. Choice. Micromanagement kills motivation. Engineers need autonomy to make decisions about their work. Equality. They want fair access to opportunities, recognition, and resources, not just for themselves, but for their teammates too. Predictability. Constant change without clarity leads to stress. Engineers need a sense of stability and direction in their work. Significance. Engineers want their work to mean something. They need to see how their contributions impact the company, the product, and the users. How can engineering managers support engineers? Instead of just focusing on deadlines and output, engineering managers should focus on people. The best managers I've worked with didn't just care about the work getting done, they cared about how their engineers were doing. So what does that look like in practice? Ask good questions. Instead of assuming what motivates your engineers, ask them, what excites them? What frustrates them? What kind of work do they want to grow into? Listen and observe. Engineers might not always say what's wrong, but they'll show it through disengagement or frustration. Pay attention. Give clear and actionable feedback. Engineers want to improve, but vague feedback like, do better next time doesn't help. Make it specific. Recognize contributions. Don't just celebrate big launches. Acknowledge the everyday wins too. Recognition makes work feel meaningful. Provide growth opportunities. If engineers don't see a path forward, they'll find one somewhere else. Help them build skills, take on new challenges, and explore career growth. Protect their time and focus. Endless meetings and unrealistic expectations drain engineers. Help them create space for deep work. What if we focused on people first? Imagine an engineering team where engineers feel valued, heard, and supported. Managers are coaches, not just taskmasters. Growth isn't just about promotions, it's about learning and mastery. Could it be that engineering management isn't about controlling engineers, but about helping them thrive? Maybe the best way to build great products isn't to demand more output, but to create an environment where engineers love doing their best work. So, what kind of engineering culture are we creating? And how do we start putting people first?